This is all wrong. I shouldn't be up here. I should be back in school on the other side of the ocean. Yet you all come to us young people for hope. How dare you!
Boring. Boring. Boring.
You got it work. Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because you're in no position to dictate that.
Remember what you're doing.
You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel.
I call again for immediate ceasefire in Gaza, the return of the sausages, the hostages.
Good morning, USA, with me, Lembit, Öpik.
USA.
No, you should. I got in there first. You're hijacking my spot. What are you doing here, Saerah?
My timing is off. Sorry. Good morning. This is Saerah Clark.
And I'm Lembit, Öpik. And yes, we are using, by popular request, my spot to ruthlessly promote a show which will be on 5 days a week here on Unprecedented TV, just for the whole world, actually, and especially for you Americans. So good morning, USA. We're promoting it in here. A digest of what's going on in America. How would you describe it, Saerah? It's your show, really.
Good morning, USA is just the best and brightest way to wake up in the morning and just, get a little feel for the news that's been happening all around the world while we've been sleeping. So a lot goes on over the ponds while we are catching our Z's. So why not stop on by and catch the morning news with us? Unprecedented
never sleeps. Well, you're in charge, really. You nagged me to give you the spot, so I'll do it now. By the way, just dear viewer, don't worry, we're not going to be doing this every day because this will eventually migrate to 1400 Greenwich Mean Time, which should be 0900 East Coast, and yes. I suppose 0800 where you are in Dallas.
It is. It will be 0800 in Dallas, Texas. Yes, sir.
Nice. How do they say that in Dallas? What's the accent in Dallas?
Quite honestly, there isn't really an accent in Dallas. There's a lot of people from everywhere, not only in Texas, but in the world. So I don't really, as a transplant myself, I don't know that there is a Dallas accent. There's definitely a Texas accent, but I don't know so much about a Dallas accent.
What's the Texas accent? The way you talk?
No. Oh, heavens, no. No, it's this beautiful, I don't know. It's this very interesting cadence, a little bit of a twang, but I've read a bunch of studies actually that says that the Texans accent is the most popular accent in the world. So I'm sorry, my British friends, you were knocked out by a bunch of cowboys in cowboy hats.
My 8-year-old wants to go to New York just to say one thing: coffee. If you're old, you'll know Rhoda. You won't know that series probably, but when I was a kid, they had Rhoda on. Anyway. Look, this is a digress. We're going to be talking about current affairs. What do you want to talk about, Saerah? You're in the driving seat here.
I am in the driving seat. So, since it's a great way to start your Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday, is just kind of protecting yourself and keeping your finger on all things AI. It came to my attention recently. It was actually sent to me by quite a few of our viewers that Google Gmail has now automatically opted in all of its platform users to use your personal data, attachments, and emails to train their AI models. And I don't know how you guys feel about that in Britain, but Americans aren't very keen on all their private details being used to train AI models.
What do you mean?
Yeah. So, yes, if you go into your settings in your Gmail, I screenshotted it myself so that I could turn it off. You physically have to go into your settings in Gmail, open your Gmail browser, go into all settings. Under the general tab, there's a smart features and personalization, and you have to uncheck the box and then untoggle the Google Workspace, manage your workspace, and your Google products to tell it that Gemini cannot read your personal emails and view your attachments so that it can be trained.
Who's Gemini?
Gemini is Google's AI.
Wow, so we're being spied on by Google. This looks
Basically,
innocent to me.
it does seem quite innocent until you think about the fact that, Google's the biggest collector of data probably in the world, if not definitely in the world. And they are using their AI on every single solitary Gmail account of everybody in the world to train their AI to better, to make our inboxes better. But in doing so, they're checking out all of our personal data, all of our emails, all of the attachments. So just heads up, all you fellow Gmail users, you may want to just do a little research on your own. Absolutely research on your own. But I will tell you that earlier this morning, I did turn it off for myself for all of my accounts.
How bad can it be? What can they find out about us?
It doesn't even need to be anything like nefarious, but it's your buying habits, whether you have, everything from like groceries delivered, absolutely guilty of that, to, like if you're ordering diapers or if you're ordering medication, and it's really not necessarily just, one single solitary point of data. But when there's enough data about you out there, the algorithms, as from any social media or even your Google, sometimes your phone's across the room, you talk about going to the Maldives, and now all of a sudden you've got ads for the Maldives popping up on your phone. So it's yes, they just use it to get a much better picture of you so that you can be marketed to you more effectively.
This worries me a lot. My phone's going to get up and say, "What are you doing, Lembit?" And then it'll suddenly be like me in 2001. Would you like me to sing you a song?
Yeah.
No, I didn't want to know this. I've trusted this benign sort of green. It just all looked very innocent. And there's nothing. What's to be scared of there? But beneath it lurks a nosy demon.
Yes, alphabet lurks beneath it. So yeah, just protect yourself. I have pictures of my kids in my email, so just that's really what bothered me.
And they can see all this.
They can see all of it. Well, they could until about 20 minutes ago when I toggled it off. Yeah.
So okay, I won't do it now, but definitely after the show, you got to stay on and tell me how to do that. I'm worried about a bad robot. Could drive my kids to school, I suppose. That would be a good robot, but too much to ask for. Well, thanks for the warning. You Americans, Google's an American invention, isn't it?
It is an American invention.
Spying on us, you are.
We are.
It's going to make the world. It's not going to make. It could make the world better.
It it could make the world better, but I don't know who has my data, really what it's training the AI to do with it. And just the notion that they opted us in without telling us, I don't know. I find that a little.
Yeah, I've had that before, actually. It's called fraud. Okay, what else have you got? Thanks for that warning. Yeah, that's a bit of a worrying start. There we go.
You're welcome. Well, so in the vein of transparency, I happen to have been looking at your Twitter page. By the way, it's always amusing and fun. So thank you for being you. I'm sorry, I'm on X.
You're worse than Google.
I wasn't spying on you. I follow you on X. So, but what I recently learned is that
That's me.
That is you.
Did you do that?
That is you. I did. I snapped that because there is a new feature on X that allows you to touch on, the person that you're following, and it tells you all of the information about that person. But I also suddenly realized that there's some rabble rousers on the internet and definitely in social media. And there were a couple accounts that claimed to be, very, mega forward accounts that were not actually run by ultra Americans. They are being run by people in countries like Bangladesh and Vietnam and Cambodia and India.
The famous pro-Trump countries?
Some pro-Trump and some, some definitely just trying to muckrake a little bit. But yeah, look, I mean, there's your profile. It's been in the UK.
And you're blaming me for that.
I'm not blaming you for that at all. I'm saying you are very transparent and very forward. And look, you are who you say you are. But sadly, there's
the word you're looking for is naive.
No.
You already sideswiped me with this Google revelation. Now it
did
turns out
not.
that your spike got me as a human. You're a hypocrite. You're doing
I
exactly what Google said
no.
was doing, and now you're kind of associated with this Cambodian MAGA movement.
No.
Or maybe I misunderstood. I don't know.
Certainly not. You have a lot of followers on Twitter, and you post a lot of really funny stuff. So I just happened to have popped over there to get a little chuckle, and then I saw the new feature, and I was like, oh, let's look.
So what does the feature actually tell you?
So it tells you here. I refuse to put my readers on this early in the morning. So I was looking at a mega page, and it tells the date joined, which yours says, where the account is based in, and that's geographic based upon just the demographics of and location of your machine, right? And just all the data behind your machine. And a lot of them said East Asia and the Pacific, changing their name a bunch of times. It tells you how many times they changed your name and how and where they're connected. And a bunch of them said East Asia, Pacific, somewhere in not America. So, yeah.
Well, I'm really proud of on that screen that you put up earlier on there. Yeah, there we are. 2009, an early adopter.
Yep, you were.
Except that I didn't really understand what I was doing. I have to admit, I was a member of parliament at the time. And one of my staff said, you got to get on to Twitter. I said, what is it? He said, it's as bad as it sounds. I said, well, should I be on it? Well, because that's the way the world's going, he said irritatedly. I did nothing with it. For 15 years. And then one of our staff here at Unprecedented said, you've got to drive your followers. I don't know. Is this the new world then? You young people don't reside in the real world. It's all like this, is it?
I'm not going to lie. A lot of my time, my children's time. I mean, even the staff here at Unprecedented, we spend a lot of time online, researching and trying to verify and looking at different presenters. And so, sadly, yes. There's a massive amount of information just at our fingertips.
So you're not just spying on me, you're spying on all the presenters. I'm going to spy on you. Well, I say that, but I don't know how exactly.
I don't have a Twitter account, so actually, I do.
So, but both your two stories there from America about snooping. There's computer snooping, and now we can snoop on other people. Are you saying that you can actually find really personal stuff when you dig into this X thing?
Not particularly. It's really just going to tell you where they're from, right? Where they're based, how long they've been on Twitter, and how many times they've changed their name. And a lot of times, people sadly, build up these, faceless channels with pictures of kittens and sloths and all these really cute, adorable things. And then they've got millions of followers or tens of thousands of followers. And then all of a sudden, they flip it, and change their name. And then, they can really do anything they want with the account. It's theirs. So
maybe we should try that. Should we have a fluffy kitten program to increase viewers? By the way, do subscribe to Unprecedented TV. We haven't got fluffy kittens yet. Go to the YouTube site, or you can follow me on X as well. Now that Saerah's told you all about it, at Lembit Öpik, wherever you are in the world, you can do that. And Saerah, you must have an X home or thing.
I
X
do
account.
Because a member of my staff told me that I really needed to have it. And TikTok as well. And I have the accounts, but I quite honestly am don't even know where the passwords are, so I will have to.
You have to find them after all of this. You've just done 2 tech stories. I'm told by a lot of people I should be on OnlyFans. Is that a good idea? What is OnlyFans? Don't answer that question. Don't answer that question.
Leave the fifth on that one.
It's a family show. Well, so far, 2 tech stories there. 2 tech stories there.
Well, yes. Well, okay. Well, let's pivot a little bit, since politics is the name of the game leading up to Thanksgiving, because it's going to be a slow news week because everyone is at home. I'm sure the world has heard that Marjorie Taylor Greene has explosively announced her resignation, and in doing so, apparently her numbers are rising as a potential presidential candidate, which I find. I found a little surprising. It was probably pretty clickbaity until I started reading the numbers. Yes, thank you guys so much. So it appears that our friend J.D. Vance is still the preferred Republican candidate. I don't know if he could overtake Newsom or handle our favorite New York City mayor with as much finesse as the current administration. But
how come Trump? So this is we're talking about. Even though Donald Trump is in the absolute center of his presidential career, they're already talking about his successor.
Oh, absolutely. He has been what many consider a lame duck president, and since the day he was sworn in, he constitutionally cannot seek a second term, and all eyes, at least in America, are looking to who is the next candidate. And there is not a day that goes by where some news source or another is not prophesizing who will be, the Democratic and the Republican candidates for 2028. So
J.D. Vance, you're saying is 55%. He seems obviously going to be the next candidate for president. He seems so obviously, in my view, the lead runner, head and shoulders above the rest. Rubio wouldn't take him on. Why is Trump in the list then if he can't stand?
I don't know, because there's these small number of people who I think are really, really, really hoping that he will, I don't know, find some constitutional loophole that will allow him a third term. And I got to tell you, they're kind of on par with the flat earthers. They're just not getting anywhere in my book. So yes, I don't know why Trump is on the list.
My money's on Joe Biden, actually, making a comeback. Maybe not so much. No. Trump had this strange meeting. You can maybe explain this. What's going on in New York? He was slamming the candidate for mayor of New York.
Yes,
being a Muslim, not a good thing. He's going to do a lot of harm. And then he met what's his name, Mandami, in the White House. What was all that about? It just seems like totally contradictory.
Well, first of all, it's newsworthy, and so of course the White House is going to bite. But I just think that the two of them have masterfully put themselves forward as populists. And
so why couldn't they get the real Mandami instead of that cardboard cutout there? It's obviously not a real person.
He doesn't.
He's moving the head with string. He's moving the head with string.
I watched it and I was like, is this still? I'm like, no, Trump is talking. There was this massive amount of conflict, and that was what the press was loving. And they came out of that meeting smiling and shaking hands. And so I don't know if, the powers that be in the White House decided that they needed to end that news cycle, and the best way to do it was with the two of them smiling, because without conflict, it's really not a story anymore, right? And it kind of fades into the background. So that's my guess, but we will we will see.
So I have to say that one thing about Zohran Mandami, is he won. And I'm just wondering if Trump is just a brilliant showman. He breaks so many rules in terms of old-fashioned politics. And I admire him for it in a way.
Yeah,
Terrible guy, really bad, really bad. I can do business with him. It's just, almost in the same breath.
He has rewritten the playbook. Quite honestly, that would be a Trump nominee. Sorry, but I think that both of their messages resonated with their voting population, and we will. It'll be remain to be seen what actually happens come January. But no, Mr. Trump plays the news like a fiddle. It's awe-inspiring most days.
Somebody who plays the news straight. We have to come to the UK for a moment. It's Claire Dyer. Dire Consequences. One of the bravest people, actually, that we've got. She takes local stories of national interest and then puts herself in the line of danger. You've got to watch her shows. You think you've got it bad in the United States? I can encourage every American to watch Dire Consequences, and you'll be glad for 1776, because things have got so bad over here. It's unbelievable. Anyway, I'm not going to moan about Britain. You're hijacking my show today. Back to you, Sarah. Oh, by the way, I'm never over. This is Sarah. EV Clark has just been told off in my ear. And please subscribe to Unprecedented TV on YouTube. It's free, and you can join the tons of people are already there. And the more of you join, the more we can do with our shows. And we're really hoping to get those numbers way, way up. We've got some pretty big news. We're going to do a shameless advertorial sometime pretty soon about how well the station's doing, but not today, because I'm already hijacked by Good Morning USA. So back to you.
Yes, look, that ruthless Yankee stealing your spotlight. So, well, thank you for allowing us to be here today.
You know, my daughter had to do she didn't have to, but she was involved in a singing contest recently, and she did Yankee Doodle Dandy as the song, and she got a commendation, and it was so good. And she did this movement. It's the first time she's ever sung in a competition. 8 years old. Very proud of her, actually.
It's amazing.
I learned that Yankee Doodle is actually a mocking song by the British colonialists against Americans. Did you know that?
I did.
Oh, well, everyone in America who's watching said, yeah, we all knew that. I didn't know that. I had to learn that from an 8-year-old. But then I'm not technically British for the purposes of this conversation. Anyway, moving on. I never invaded your country. I never fought a war of independence in America. Somewhere else instead.
That would be a whole other conversation if you were here in 1776. That would be a whole other conversation.
Yeah, no, I brought it up, I suppose. Yeah, there we go. Big one next year.
What else do we have in the pipeline? So last time we were speaking, right, you mentioned the solar eclipse, and more proof positive that my phone is listening to me. This little alert popped up because I was like, yeah, I'm going to be on Lembit show today. And then this little news article popped up that Dallas is being outdone. I'm super sad that on the 2nd of August in 2027, there's going to be a total solar eclipse that starts in the Atlantic, sweeps straight up the Strait of Gibraltar, through North Africa, and into the Middle East. And Lembit, it's going to be 6 minutes and 23 seconds. What? I feel like you're going to need to be in the Middle East, because you're going to have to go pop on over in your free time. You're going to need to pop on over, and there's going to be a longer eclipse. We've been outdone.
In my free time. Just explain what an eclipse is. Do you remember?
I do. It is when the moon moves itself completely or in totality between the sun and the earth, and it causes complete darkness. And I think the staff has one of the pictures that we actually took at the Dallas event. It was pretty. There you go. It was okay. Well, that actually kind of looks fake, but I promise you we took it that day.
That is just amazing.
It was incredible. So, but yeah, you're gonna need to pop on over to North Africa or the Middle East. And I know you were just in Dubai, so I'm sure you can find a reason to head on back.
Well,
2027.
I was in Dubai because so were you. We
I
did a
was.
live broadcast from there. By the way, the first time I actually ever physically met Saerah was at the time of the solar eclipse in Dallas.
It was.
It was last year.
It
Where
was.
the time goes, yeah. And it was a really strange thing. I think the things I remember the most are all the wildlife went quiet because they thought it was nighttime. Secondly, there was suddenly the wind stopped. I still don't completely understand why, but I knew it was going to happen because I told you it was going to happen, and it did. And thirdly, it got really cold. Suddenly, it was really cold.
It was.
And then back it came. That's a great picture.
It was just amazing. But yeah, no, here's the moon saying, hold my beer. We're going to do it again, but in North Africa for longer. So
what dates is that?
It's the 2nd of August in 2027.
Oh, 2027.
Yes.
Okay, I can hold off then for a little while.
Plenty of
That's
time
just
on your calendar.
That's just an excuse to use that photograph, isn't it? Really, it's beautiful though.
It was.
Beautiful. Everyone said I've been to 2 solar eclipses. The first one was in 2 total eclipses. The first one was in Britain. Of course, it was cloudy, but this time magically you made the clouds go away, and it was incredible. For the half hour of the eclipse and the main part of it, it was clear.
Yes.
Really remarkable.
Yes. Well, full disclosure, it was not like I parted the Red Sea, but the clouds did mysteriously happen to dissipate. Sadly,
I'm not sure it should be harder, actually. But there we go. Yeah. A white witch amongst us. There's a bit of science then. Yeah, that's science, but most of what we do here is alchemy, I think. It's just more to do with politics and stuff like that. What else you got for us?
It is a bit. Okay. Well, back to U.S. politics. All the talk around the water cooler today was that a federal judge on Monday dismissed criminal charges against former FBI Director James Comey and New York Attorney General Letitia James, who we all know is a fan favorite of our illustrious president. And I'm not going to lie, I love the Drudge Report. I have loved the Drudge Report since I was an intern in Washington, D.C., and Chandra Levy was missing. And they have been my go-to, since the 90s. They just, they always have the best stories.
What is the Drudge Report? Is this something to do with Drudge Dread?
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Oh, no.
I'm serious.
They always have the best news, and it's updated constantly. So it's my go-to. It's one of my very first reads in the morning and one of my very last reads at night.
It's not a program then. It's some sort of a...
No, it's just a website with news on it, and they pull from a massive amount of news sources, and they typically have some really interesting news kind of like down at the bottom. Obviously, this was their header. This was their header earlier today, but yeah, Bondi blows it. Comey and James cases are dismissed, ironically, because the judge ruled that the U.S. attorney handpicked to prosecute them was unlawfully appointed. Now, I did not actually dig into that because that's a rabbit hole that I could lose myself in for all day. But interesting. Somebody did not do their due diligence. So we'll see.
Well, if Drudge Report's that good, maybe we should give them a spot on your show when you finally got your own slot.
When I have my own slot and I don't steal yours.
If you're watching this live, then probably next week we're going to do it. Oh, the pressure. There you go. Drudge Report, not heard of it. You sounded so indignant, but I could equally throw something back at you. And obviously, no, I'm not going to do it actually because we're already advertising our competition. I'm not sure Drudge Report is our competition actually. I think they could be fellow travelers by the sound of it.
He's amazing.
Just on this one for our American viewers particularly, who's in the right here? Bondi, Comey, James?
The gentleman on the left is former FBI Director James Comey, and the woman on the right is New York Attorney General Letitia James, made famous by indicting President Trump.
Right, and now it's payback time. What goes around comes around. I was actually at a film festival, the SIFA Film Festival, SIFFA Film Festival, fantastic. And I watched one of the short films, brilliant, from Russia, absolutely brilliant, called Boomerang. It does feel that would be the right word for what's happening to the lady on the right. What she bestowed upon Donald Trump comes to hit her in the back of the neck, regardless of whether it's right or wrong. There's a certain amount of karma in this, for better or worse.
It will, but this is not over. So just keep your eyes peeled. I promise you, they will be back.
You're beginning to sound like Arnie Schwarzenegger now.
I know. I just said that's why I was like, oh,
I'll be back.
I'll be back.
You're not near California, though, are you? Is he still active in politics, Arnie?
No, I don't believe so. I think he's just maybe still doing some health related things.
There's a great line I heard. I can't. There's something about. I made a joke. Oh yes, it was something like. This is an exact quote, and it's not a very good impersonation. Instead of "I'll be back," it's now "Ow, my back." It's quite good. He comes across really well in interviews. I don't agree with his views on climate change, but I do find him quite agreeable. I have to say, I find the guy likable. Arnie, if you're watching, we'll give you a slot here. Love to interview you. Sarah, you'll no doubt snaffle that one. You'll zip across to where he is.
I can't get over the fact that Arnold Schwarzenegger is a grandfather. Like, that just blows my mind. So yeah.
You don't get frozen in the age that you did your film in. And I can't remember. He says something about being old and obsolete, but then he gets updated in one of the spoiler alert there in one of the films in the never-ending Terminator series.
Yes.
What else you got?
Well, speaking of getting older, I was.
I like the link. That's smart. Very good.
See what I did there?
Yeah, very good.
I was.
The team is quietly applauding you for that. Come on. Yeah. All right, that's enough. All right, that's enough. Go on.
Sarah. No, just so my background is medicine, and so I always get very interesting articles that kind of float across my screen, and I just found it very interesting for the first time, America's aging population with certain demographics is outpacing the deaths are outpacing the births, and if you see here from the charts, and just as a little I don't know, just a little disclaimer here. Like the population is predicated upon the race of the mother. So that's how they decided these charts. This is not my chart, but interestingly, you can see that the white population, the deaths are far outpacing the births, and then the Native American population, it had a bump right there. So all the populations, they're kind of, I started to think maybe it was just COVID, but I really don't think so. I just think that we have a massive aging population that's living longer, with medical developments and our improved healthcare. It's I think these numbers are going to continue coming together, and I know countries like Japan and China and even India are desperately watching their populations to see which way these numbers go. And so I just found it interesting.
I'm not sure what to read into this. My first thought is diet.
Oh, absolutely. Diet, and even just the weight loss, weight loss medications, definitely food, definitely diet, access to better healthcare. We haven't had any wars, knock on wood, right?
Do you think weight loss medications are bad for you?
I think weight loss medications, if used properly, can have an amazing effect on your health and longevity. I think, again, if used properly, I think if weight loss medication is just used as, as a bridge to lose weight, and there's no other lifestyle. Sorry, look, I'm slipping back in. And there's no other like lifestyle changes that are enacted. I think it's just going to yo-yo, and I think ultimately it's going to be far worse for you. But especially for diabetics, it's an amazing tool to prolong health and longevity.
I don't like sweet things, which I'm lucky about. I haven't eaten the healthiest that's possible, but I do got a feeling a lot of you are what you eat, basically. And
absolutely,
exercise made a really big difference to me as well, because I like swimming. I'm trying to do that a bit more often. I've been asked to ask you about soup. Does that make sense? Is this relevant?
It does.
Are they picking me?
It does. No, they are not picking you. So, sadly, I was born in the 70s, grew up in the 80s, and one of these staples that I grew up eating was Campbell's soup. And sadly,
there it is.
Yeah, there it is.
There it is.
There is a lawsuit out of Michigan basically saying that executives, and I'm not going to say all executives, but there may be an executive or two at Campbell's Soup who has been identified as basically saying that the things in Campbell's Soup are absolutely not healthy. What? And that basically poor people buy their soup, which astounds me. It says I cannot even read the quote because this is a family channel, but suffice to say, if you Google Campbell's Soup lawsuit, you're going to get an earful. But yeah, basically that it's just not right. It's like it's
Campbell's is good
food. Yes,
Campbell's is motherly and what your auntie gives you when you come in from the cold.
Yeah, no,
don't ruin this. Don't ruin this.
No, I'm devastated. My whole childhood, every time I was sick, my mom would make me Campbell's like chicken noodle soup, and
but you're all right. Hasn't done you any harm.
No. Well, we don't know.
Oh, I see. You're taking the side of the soothsayers now.
No, not necessarily.
I wish you hadn't done this one. I'm for Campbell's. I refuse to accept it can be bad for you. Don't look up.
That is an amazing movie. My kids watch it. They were like, "Mom, this is the weirdest movie." I'm like, yeah. But
so many cultural references. Campbell's Soup. How dare you?
I know. Like, I don't buy Campbell's products barely anymore, he says. It's not healthy now because he knows what's in it.
No, that's just awful. It's not like cigarettes. It's not like high fat. Maybe it is. I don't know. I haven't looked at it. They're not putting cigarettes and fat into it, are they? Campbell's Soup, I refuse to accept there's anything bad about Campbell's Soup. It's not going to kill you. I don't think.
I quite honestly, I've probably got a can in my pantry, so I'm just gonna have to do I'm gonna have to do a deep dive and
send it to me. I'll have it. I'll feed it to my kids. I have no problem with that. Spy on you new worlders want to challenge everything. I'm not sure. Is Campbell's American?
I believe so.
Okay.
If not,
then it's your fault anyway.
It's always our fault. It's always our fault. We'll take the blame.
Homemade. Do homemade. I got a blender. Homemade tomato soup still isn't as good as Campbell's Soup. Oh, that's the depressing place to finish.
I know. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, there we go. If you had to choose one of the most important things for our American viewers to look out for, what would it be, Saerah?
I would just say keep an eye on Unprecedented, at unprecedented.tv. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Twitter. We are expanding our social media reach to all corners of the globe. So like us, follow us, and just, tune in. We've got a lot of interesting stuff every single solitary day.
Great to see you. I'm Lembit Öpik.
I'm Saerah Clark.
Good morning, USA.
Immediate ceasefire in Gaza. The return of the sausages.